Today we're going to look at a couple of old Panini sticker albums. So this one, Return of the Jedi, I picked up at a boot sale for £1. It's not complete, but it's almost complete. But I thought we'd have a look at it. It's quite nostalgic. And then I've also got the Buck Rogers one. I have shown that briefly before, but we can have another look, compare the two. So the first thing we notice is the Return of the Jedi one is bigger, is taller. I wonder why. I just remembered them all being like this size, but they must have done all different sizes, which is a bit strange. But this one, Return of the Jedi, I remember collecting these. I was just getting out of Star Wars when Jedi came about, so I didn't put much effort into collecting them. I never got anywhere near a full set. This is much fuller than I ever got. But what's interesting about this is, if you can see, whoever owned this has been practicing doing the Star Wars font. Jedi, so they've been practicing copying that on it, which I think is lovely. I used to do that myself, try and do the, you know, this writing like neon style. I used to try and do that. I've been drawing stuff. It's fascinating doing that. Is there anything on the back? No. That was a poster, wasn't it, with Airfix, I think. I seem to remember that image. So this was 20p. Look at the different prices. OPG company in Canada. OPG. Is anyone, if anyone's in Canada, do you remember the OPG company? What a strange name. Okay, let's have a look. So, as is usual with Panini albums, printed on the cheapest paper ever. It's like newsprint. But this one, so whoever had this, whichever kid it was, they put a bit of effort into sticking them in. Well done. They never used to line up particularly well. You can see they were off a little bit, but that's not a bad go, is it? Good image, that. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So we got Luke with his bouffant hair. Darth Vader pointing, saying, "Don't take my photo." Oh, that's good as well. They've done really well matching these ones up. Much more effort than I ever put into these. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is played by Mark Hamill in Star Wars. Oh, that's from Star Wars. He was drawn into conflict, and then he always got these weird drawings. Han Solo. One's missing there. Terrible drawing of Han. Do you say Han or Han? Is it Leia or Leah? British, Leah. Lando there. So there's only a few stickers missing in it. Jabba. Vile gangster. That's a bit, call him vile. Sizist. I hated him. Comedy creature. And then all the, this is obviously pre-special edition. No CGI characters here. But we have got a pen drawing. What? Did they not have? Well, they've got photos. What? That's bizarre. Size snootles. Oh, George Lucas. Oh dear. I never went to see Return of the Jedi at the cinema. So I was just getting out of Star Wars. Remember the original Star Wars in '78? And I loved it, and like everyone at school was into it. You'd carry your figures about, and then Empire came out, just amazing. But by the time Jedi came out, I was getting a little bit, I thought, too old for it. Yeah, 40 years later, and I'm still watching it. So I didn't really collect the figures. I thought they were lackluster. I'd moved on to collecting stuff from other films. And when I finally watched it, which was on VHS, rented it when it came out, thoroughly disappointed. Still think it's the start of the end of Star Wars, where it becomes jokey and not serious, and the creatures are fake looking. Such a shame. Harrison Ford had given up by that point. It's really well put in, this guy, whoever did it. I'm saying it's guy, it might have been a gal. It's quite well laid out for a Panini book. Ah, look at that little fella. Where did she get the dress from? Where did the Ewoks get a human-size dress? Did they eat someone and kept it? Did the Ewoks braid her hair? And then when they get captured in the net, and luckily all their faces are in holes in it. It's just nonsense. Right, it's another pen and ink drawing. That's so weird. I've never seen pen and ink drawings in a Panini book like this. Is that the same? Oh, I thought it was the same shot then. Don't you think the film bogged down when it got to Endor though? Oh, this is different. Oh, so in this set then you got just random. Oh no, it was printed, so you would stick them over where it was printed. Okay. Oh god, you can see the so the registration on the printing. So in this case, like there's a huge section missing. So well done. They've lined it up where they need to be, but look at the gap. That's the worst I've ever seen. It's not the person's fault. That's Panini for you. And that's it. So we've actually got some photos. And what I like about this, they've stuck one of the packets in the back. I wish I had remembered to do things like that. And then the old offer where you could send off for the remaining stickers. So yeah, I thought for £1, that's brilliant. So much memories. We'll have a quick look at the, because I don't think we went into too much detail on the Buck Rogers one. Hold on a second. Welcome back. So, and this was one of mine. This was one that I filled out, so you'll be able to compare. Did I write anything on it? Let's have a look. Any scratches? No. Did I write anything on the front? No. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, I've been working on. I might do a video on this. If you want to see a video, let me know. But remember the old Corgi Starfighter? So I bought a beat. Well, I haven't screwed it back together. I bought a beat up one, and I've cut used to have a panel across there to make a sort of slightly more realistic looking one. And then on eBay I managed to pick up the figures. I remember having these as a kid. Little tweaker, has so much fun with these. But I used to use him in the Battlestar Galactica Mattel range for some reason. But it's not a bad figure. You get focused. It's blobby painted. There's some good detail on him. Might try and mould him. And tweak is really good. Because these Corgi figures generally used to be a bit ropey, but I think they're probably the best they did. I remember you used to get Starsky and Hutch on that. Let's put you over there. You can sit there while we're reading this. So, the great cinema poster they did, because obviously it was released as a cinema, even though it was a TV show, it was released as cinema to try and recoup stuff. So that Buck's missing. But we got Wilma, Dr. Hewer, the wonderful Tweaky. Yeah, look, I wasn't as careful as that other kid. And this one is interesting because it's broken up into episodes. So this is Vegas in Space. I got the DVD set of this recently. I say recently, about a year ago during COVID. And some of them have aged really well, and some haven't. Look at that. 1970s. Actually 1980s. So again, dodgy pen and ink drawings, but I've never seen stickers with pen and ink like that Return of the Jedi one. Oh, there's Jack Palance hamming it up. It's not a bad episode actually. Well, 2 episodes I suppose. That was meant to be like their equivalent of a still suit. Like, yeah, you're convincing no one. There's Roddy McDowell. And we start getting a few gaps. Escape from Zeta. That was Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. Oh, I remember that. I think they were androids or something. Escape from Wedded Bliss, that's where Princess Ardala came back. She was always good value. And the second Tiger Man, he wasn't as good. Second Killer Kane wasn't as good. Yeah, you can see like they just do not line up. Oh, Cosmic Whiz Kid with the Gary Coleman from Different Strokes. He was huge at the time. You watch it now, it's just dear, embarrassing. Uncle Martin from my favourite Martian. Ooh, look at that computer. Yeah, so I wasn't as careful as you can see with these ones. Space Vampire. Everyone remembers the Space Vampire. Really good episode, really spooky. Until you saw the Space Vampire. Bum, bum, bum. There was a man with big eyebrows. It's very good though, and I remember Wilma gets taken over by the Space Vampire and becomes a bit seductive like. Which is as a sort of prepubescent kid, that was pretty racy stuff. And the same thing, I didn't save a packet, I wish I had saved a packet. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed looking through those nostalgic sticker books. Let me know if you had some. The only other one I've got, which I think was the video I covered this in, which is in the playlist, is for June, which wasn't one I had originally. That was one I got from a convention ages ago. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this sort of stuff. Please like and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.